The journey that's God about to take you on is not meant for everybody to follow you. So be okay with that. Stop trying to hold on to people who's not meant to be in your life. Be careful who you call a friend, because everybody's not your friend. Some people out just only want to try to torment you or belittle you. So be careful who you call a friend. Hi, how you all doing? Welcome to another day back in another video. How my kings and queens doing today? So as you can see by the title, this will be a girl chat video. I'm gonna really be speaking from experience and coming from my heart. I thought about taking notes down, but I'm just gonna go on to kind of just speak from past experiences. So when a person show you their true colors, believe them. And when I say believe them, I mean believe them. Sometimes, like, meaning as, you could call the person a friend, but really, is they really a friend? I mean, really, is they really a friend? Because from what I see, a friend, there's a friend in need. And my great-grandma used to always say there's a friend in need. So you have to know who's really for you and who's really not. Maybe I would say maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. No, yeah, 2010. I would say maybe like 10 years ago. So I'm gonna go way back from around the time when I first moved here to Memphis. I had most of the people that I have came across and have known since I've been staying here in the city. If you all new here to my channel, I'm originally from Chicago. I moved here to Memphis when I was 22 and been here since. So when I first moved here, I didn't really know nobody besides my family, because that's kind of really what led me down here, my family. But anyway, I started this job. I was working at the school, and I love y'all. I love children. I love children, and I love meeting new people. But anyway, I don't want to ramble too much in there. But let me just get more deep into what I mean by friends. So this young lady, I had met her at the job, and she seemed cool. We both did the same position, and I thought maybe she'd be kind of fun to learn, to get to know, maybe outside of work, because I have learned in the past you can't really just meet people on the jobs and stuff like that, or build friendships. But in some cases you can meet some people and they can actually be real good peoples to communicate with. So everything started out cool, and I would start hanging out with her outside of work. And at that time I was 20. I was 22, probably was 23 when I met her. I was 23 and she was like 36 at the time. And so I would expect for somebody to be much older than me, would be a good role model. So as I'm getting to learn and find out about this person, come to find out, because I'm not a street person, a street going person. I'm more of a homebody. Like I say, my growing up, I never just really been out there in the streets like that. So as I got older, I had to learn to be a little street smart. I was more book smart than I was street smart. That's a saying, people used to use back then. Terms in life as where this person, they real book smart. I mean, they know the books and know their education real good, but when it's come down to being out in the streets, they not well enough educated about how people are. And so when I met this young lady, she seemed cool, and become to find out as I got to know her later down the road, she was like a street woman. She did a lot of things in the street. She smoked weed, she drank a lot, she believed in doing things that, that really wasn't up to my needs. And she kind of hurted my feelings one time when I was with her. Because see, I'm not against nobody who smoke cigarettes or weed. I just can't stand the smell of it. I never smoke and I never will. But every blue moon, I might, like on special occasions, celebrations, I might have me a little glass of wine or a little drink or something like that. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but I know my limits to certain things, and I know what I will not tolerate and what I will, put up with. So she called me. She gonna tell me, "Oh, you a square. You don't do nothing." Okay, so since I choose not to smoke with you and do the things you do, I gotta be a square. So later down the road, she started encouraging me to do things like far as like she was trying to make me feel bad because I wasn't into like dating men, multiple men at one time. That just wasn't that wasn't me. You know, she probably had a boyfriend and then she had good side mans on the side. I didn't believe in that because I'm like this. If I'm dating somebody, if I'm with that person, I'm just with that person. I'm not trying to be with John, Jim, Tony, Brian. That's not me. If I'm with one person, I'm with one person. So it took me a while to find out about her because at that time I was real young. Like I said, I was in my 20s, and you know when you're in your 20s and transition, well, in your 20s, it's a huge difference between being in your 20s and your 30s, and me now being the age I'm now 38. I look back over some of the things and it made me feel like, man, why did I let this person made me feel some type of way because I didn't do the things they did? Or why did I let their words make me feel guilty of myself because I chose not to do what they wanted me to do, just to be a friendship? And I'm learning now every day, if a person really for you, and if this person say they're your friend, they're not going to talk about you behind your back. They're not going to make you feel, belittle you because you don't choose to do things that they do and when you know it's wrong. If you don't drink and smoke or, you know, be with different men or whatever, it's nothing wrong with you. That's not a friend. Because a real friend going to encourage you to do the right thing. Even if they doing something that you don't do or you don't agree with, they're not going to persuade you to do that, especially when they know it's wrong. So, as I got older, it made me realize that it's okay to walk away from toxic relationships. It's okay to leave people in the past. Because the journey that God is taking you on is not meant for everybody to understand. It's not meant for everybody to follow you on. And be okay with that. Be okay with that. Everybody is not meant to go, like they say, there's a season, there's a time for everything. So when this person's season is up, eventually it's time for them to move out your life. And then as I found out, she was talking about me real bad. I have even heard her, because when I was like visiting her back then, like she would tell her cousins stuff about me, and I overheard them talking about me one day, and that really took the spoon. That really did it for me. That's what made me start communicating with her. And then I haven't spoken to her in years ever since that happened, because I just felt like she wasn't really she really wasn't the person that I thought she was be. But like I say, people can come off as like they'll portray a character. That's one of my favorite quotes. They'll portray a character they really not, meaning that they'll come off as like they just so nice and friendly, and you should, you know, be glad to get to know them. No, you don't have to tolerate mess from nobody. You don't have to be with people just because you feel like you need a friend and all that. And it took me a while to really just find out about this person. Like I say, I was hurt when I found out she was saying bad things about me. And then, you know, at that time, her sister was real sweet. Her sister had introduced me to her husband's friend. And at the time, I didn't really like this guy. He just wasn't my cup of tea. But some just told me to just, you know, give him a chance to see what kind of person he was. And then as I, you know, got to learn about him, come to find out he wasn't right. He would come back and tell me things that she would say to me. Oh, you should never, I'm glad you stopped dealing with her, because she say a lot of stuff about you. You doing, you know, just saying bad things about me when I know it wasn't true. So I'm learning every day is it's okay to be alone. It's okay when a person show you who they are, believe them. I had to learn to stop holding on to people that was only out to try to make me feel bad. I had to learn to stop holding on to these people because they really wasn't right for me. They was really just trying to destroy me. And when I say a person, like I say, sometimes, this is another favorite quote I like to use. Sometimes people can come in your life to be a blessing, and some can come in your life to teach you a lesson. Sometimes people can come into your life to be a blessing, and some can come into your life to teach you a lesson. And so, even as, you know, since that happened years ago, and even as an adult right now, I'm learning that if a person really my friend, or if this person say they're going to really be here for me through thick and thin, they gonna really be here. And I learned another thing. You can't share a lot of secrets with another. You can't share a lot of personal information about yourself to some people too. Because, like they say, be careful who you tell your secrets to, because everybody not rooting for you. Private information become public. Private, how I can say it. I had wrote a poem about this. I was trying to remember, recite some of the poem I wrote, because it was talking about toxic friendships. I think I said private information can become public. Now, what you tell somebody in private, it can become public information, meaning that what you told this person and you didn't want nobody else to know but them, it can become public information, meaning that they're going to broadcast it to everybody when y'all stop dealing with each other. You know, so even as today, and I'm learning now, I'm fine with people leaving. When a person show me that they not for me no more, leave, sis, leave, bro. Because God got something better in store for me. He don't want me to stick around fakeness, fake people. He don't want me to be around people that gonna make me feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. But yes, still you supposed to be my friend, but you out here to torment me. You out here to tear me down. And that's one thing about me. I never tear nobody down. If somebody told me something private or they didn't want nobody to know, I don't tell people business. But me, I can't say that, because people that I thought was a friend broadcasted a lot of stuff that I told them. That's why now I learned I don't even share certain things with people no more. I'd rather talk to God about it, because He's not going to judge me. He's not going to belittle me. He's not going to make me feel unworthy. We have to really be careful who we call a friend. We really have to be careful who we call a friend, especially in this day and time we're living in. And it ain't even just this day and time, just in general. We have to be careful who we call a friend. And I tell you another thing, when a person starts looking you up upside down your head, criticizing you, telling you, oh girl, you ain't coming out with me looking like that, knowing that you probably don't make enough money to buy certain clothes, and they dressing all fancy and stuff, and they telling you, oh girl, you ain't coming out with me looking like that, cut that person loose. Cut that person loose, sis. Or cut that person loose, bro. Everybody just not meant to be in your life. And I'm learning that now. I might not be for some people, and that's okay. And I know some people definitely not going to be for me. That's not for me. And that's okay too. So as I look over my life, I wish I would have made better choices. But I'm learning every day, what you go through or what you have went through only makes you stronger. So I can't beat myself up about what the next person have did to me or what this person have said about me, because what they say about me has nothing to do with me. What a person think about me has nothing to do with me. And I'm learning that every day. I used to feel bad because I was like the unpopular type person. Even growing up in school, I really didn't have friends, too many friends. I probably had like maybe 1 or 2 friends, and one of them I still talk to right today. After all these years, me and her went to high school together. And when I say she's always encouraging, me and her talk, text. I actually just talked to her yesterday. We text each other. And me and her went to school together, high school. Out of all these years, she's the only one I still communicate with, from my hometown. And I can call that person a friend. Because even in high school, I used to get picked on, talked about, because I couldn't afford to wear name brand stuff. But out of all the people that talked about me, she stood by me the longest. She always encouraged me. She never talked about me, never judged me. That's a friend. That's a friend. That's who you call a real friend. I never said nothing about me. And I tell you what, another friend, if she knew my number or something like that, she'll still communicate. Like I said, out of all the people, I can say I only had 2 cool people that I can call a friend. The one I just discussed with y'all now, and it's another one that went to middle school with me in Chicago. She was a cool person too to hang out with. She always stood up for me, because at that time I was like, I never been the type of girl that been in fights or it just wasn't up my character. I never just really said too much. I was more like the quiet person coming up, so I didn't really get into, drama and stuff like that with women. I mean, with, girls and women, period. She always had my back. She never said nothing about me. So when you find friends like that, it's best to hold on to them. But these wannabe gangster type friends, or thinking they better than you because you don't have what they have, and think, watch them. Watch those type of people, because they not for you. They not for you. They not for you. Yeah, but be careful. But choose wisely. The people that you allow to enter your life. And it took me, like I said, it took me years to find out about that. It's almost like when you're going on a job, how you have to interview, the job to interview you to see if you fit the, qualifications for the position that you're applying for the work for their company. It's the same way about how you allow people in your life. Nowadays, we got to start interviewing people before we feel like they fit the qualifications of being in our lives. Because I'm telling you, some people out here is the devil. They out here to steal, kill, and destroy. And I hate to say it, it took me a while to find out about how this person really was. And I'm learning every day, when people choose to walk away, I'm gonna let them walk away. I'm not holding on to no more toxic friendships. It even goes for a relationship. Toxic relationship with a man. I don't need that in my life. If you're not here to help add on to it, we don't have nothing to talk about. It's the same way with a friendship. But see, that's why even today, I don't really deal with a lot of people, women. I don't deal with a lot of folks. I really don't. I don't deal with a lot of women. Because in some days, some women is just as sneaky as some of these men are. And meaning, they can be slick hating on you, or slick envying you, or try to just get close up to you to get what you have. Or they just pretend like they're your friend just to get up to you. Or just to see what you really about. Your good character, your good personality you have can make people just feel some type of way. And so me saying this is just be careful who you choose as a friend. If this person don't have good intentions, if this person not here to uplift you, if you share personal information about them, if you share personal information with them about, something you dealing with and you don't have nobody to talk to, and they go out and broadcast it to the world, that show you right there that's not a friend. There's just only somebody that just want to get close up to you to see what you really about, so they can go broadcast and tell this person, say bad things about you, or go tell the next person, oh, she thinks she all this. Cut these people out your lives. Cut them out. Cut them off. If you got people like that in your life and they don't want to see you make, and they don't want to see you grow, and even when you starting a business or a brand, if they're not showing up and supporting you, and not saying that people have to support you, but if they really a friend, they will show you some love. Cut them off. That's not the friend for you. Because a real friend gonna be there through thick and thin. A real friend gonna always have an ear to listen, even though people hide about they have their own problems, but they still gonna have an ear to hear. If you get sick or something and you end up in the hospital, a real friend gonna come drive to come just visit you, or maybe take you a teddy bear, some flowers to get well or something. That's a real friend. Not somebody gonna say, oh, I ain't got no gas money. Like if the next person that's hanging out, that person says, oh, so-and-so in the hospital, she in the hospital, she been saying she been sick, and she ended up in the hospital yesterday. Why don't you come take me to go get her some flowers? And that person say, nah, I ain't got no gas money. You must gonna give me some gas money. Go do this and go so you can go visit her. That's not a friend. It shouldn't always have to be about money to, for a person to really show you they care. So choose wisely, you all. Choose wisely. Be careful who you tell your secrets to, because everybody's not rooting for you. A long-time friendship can become into a lifetime enemy. Just because they say they riding with you doesn't mean that they want the best for you. People show their true colors and stuff. Just believe them. Stop holding on to fake friendships just to say you got a friend when they slick hating on you. And I'm not saying that this person hated on me, but she just wasn't right. She just, somehow God moved out of my life. She ended up unfollowing me off of Facebook. Cool, sis. I ain't gonna feel some type of way because you removed me off your Facebook page. It really made me want to do like this, because I'm glad I'm off your Facebook page, because you wasn't right in the first place. I really shouldn't even give you the time of day, but hey, life goes on. But you would never know about a person till you really just get to, find out about them. So I'm learning that every day, and I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, because that person showed me I'm gonna learn how to choose wisely when who I allow into my life. And really, I don't have to have friends. I don't really need no fake friends. I'm gonna say it like that. I don't need fake friends. But yeah, y'all, I'm not gonna but I think I'm gonna end the video off right here. I hope and pray that my story maybe help uplift someone, and choosing wisely on the people that that you choose to allow in your life. Don't never let anyone make you feel guilty for not doing what's best for you. And yeah, just choose wisely on who you call a friend, you are. But I'll be talking to you in the next time.